As humans, we thrive by community and by lifting each other up. And what you find when you're at Surf Simply is that the stoke is so high, the vibes are super high, because everybody is just chasing this dream of like becoming a better surfer. And it's a beautiful thing to have kind of the motivation. Like you see the next person catch a wave and you're super stoked for them. You catch a wave and they're stoked for you. And it's just like a ripple effect. And there's joy and there's happiness with all of that. And I think, Surf Simply does a really good job at bringing together like-minded people who thrive in conditions where everyone will succeed. My progression through the years has all been because of Surf Simply. And I keep coming back because I trust the formula of Surf Simply, right? As an adult, learning a skill and getting better at it. And that's what makes me come back year after year, because I can look back at those pictures and those videos and see how much I've progressed, because I keep getting better and Surf Simply keeps getting better.
10 years ago, I got in touch with Surf Simply and was going to come here, and I didn't do it. And then I've regretted it ever since. I'm a first-time surfer. I've always wanted to learn how to surf my entire life. I got in touch with them and a spot opened up and I booked it, and I was here a month later.
So I came the very first time back in 2016 as someone who had never surfed before, but wanted to do something that was water related, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to be good at surfing. And I had read a lot about Surf Simply, and so I was like, okay, well, might as well try.
The first time I came was 2020, and I had two objectives, which was fix my pop-up because I was putting the knee, and the second one is just getting more confident and better to be able to go to more destinations. So both objectives have been met because I do not put my knee anymore for the pop-up, never. And then also I've been just able to surf Indonesia and like more challenging breaks.
The first time and this time I got my wife, Sam, to come with me, and she would never go to like rough places or scary places without good coaching. And she came here, and within 2 days of the first time we were here, our last trip, she was like, I would go back here every year. And I booked 3 years ahead, just knowing that she was into it. So for her, and to have her in this with me was awesome.
My motivation for coming this week was just to become a better surfer, learn more about the sport, relax a bit, enjoy the warm weather.
I found out about it 2 years ago from my buddy, who can't be here this week, but
his other buddy was here.
I met Justin last year, and happy to meet Rose this year.
Let's see. How do you think I found out? This guy forced me to be here. I didn't want to be here.
What?
I didn't want to be here.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't want to be here. I was like, I'm never gonna surf, forget it. And here I am.
Well, I'm a professor, and so I'm interested in learning. And I had heard that the teaching here was extraordinary, and that was my main motivation. I mean, I so appreciate how carefully everything is done, and I think I would have been happy with the teaching even without all the incredible care that people took of us. So that took it to another level, and that was really why I came here. So I've taken lessons here and there and gotten tips, but never really was able to put it all together. And so when I came here and my amazing coach Will started to break everything down so methodically, I had some revelations that are going to completely transform my surfing. And even though I'm going back into 55-degree water, I'm really looking forward to trying them out. And Will's an amazing guy. He's really analytic and methodical and patient. And we started working on angling the takeoff. And we went from there into carves and cutbacks.
we've got that end section coming towards us, and so it's going to be a down calf, right? Just a 90 degree. And if we think about our sources of speed, we're going to have all three available, right? We've got gravity because it's a normal wave. We've got rail engagement, and we're now going to have white water. When we're coming towards a white water section like this, we can be super aggressive. Whereas on a cutback, on a softer wave, because we're losing speed at this point, because we're now on a soft section, we have to be a little bit more passive, right? But when we've got white water coming towards us, well, we can be super aggressive.
So my goals in the beginning of the week were actually super low. I just wanted to have like a high wave count, like catch a lot of waves, show that I had worked on some of the skills that I was trying to master at the last time I was here, which was really grabbing the rail, keeping a high line. And then as the week progressed, Marlon, who was my coach this week, really kind of pushed me to kind of think bigger and think beyond kind of what I thought I was capable of. And he was like, hey, let's be more active on the wave. Let's try maneuvers. Let's really go for targets. Let's go for, big movements on the wave. And he gave me the tools to do those things.
Tell me more about Marlon.
Hello, I am the president of Marlon's fan club, okay? Because he is amazing. We love him. But the great thing about Marlon is he is like a go-getter. He will motivate you. He will push you. He will make you look past what you think your limitations are and make you realize that there are no limitations, right?
Tell me who was your coach this week.
Justin.
Tell me about him.
Justin's great. He's like super chill, perfect for me. Push you, knows when you might need a break, totally open to everything, explains everything really well, goes over your video.
So now rather than looking only for that toe side turn, we're going to look, point, and that's going to intrinsically put weight into our toes more so than what we were doing this morning, and it'll make that turn a bit more aggressive.
So we were both surf buddies and we were paired with Jessie. I've worked with Jessie the last few trips, and so it's been good because it's been a continuum. And just having this kind of continuous coaching on what are the things we've been working on before. She also sees like my evolutions for other surf trips and building on that, so it's been great.
What I loved about Jessie was there's an old adage when I did my surgical training, which is called see one, do one, teach one. And the idea is like you see a surgery, then you do a surgery, and then you know enough about it to teach it to somebody else. And Jessie would always let me do my own critique. And I just was so impressed that she was able to accommodate my way of learning, which is awesome.
Everything that you can think of they've thought about it. I mean, you can't choose what's the best accessory because honestly, it all works together. The food is amazing, the massages are good, the surf stretch is great. I mean, and what's great, because I've been coming here for so many years now, is that they keep evolving, they keep getting better. So there's like little tweaks that they'll do, that you didn't even realize needed any changing. And then you come back and you're like, wow, that's so much better now. So yeah, all the accessories are needed, wanted, desired, and completely 100% on point.
In 2021, when I came in, I think August, there was no Diego. And I ended up mixing all the margaritas for all the guests, which I don't mind doing, but I think Diego does a much better job. So thank you, Diego is awesome.
He makes everybody so comfortable. It feels like family.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh, there's endless coconuts here, which is so cool. And a fridge full of coconuts. I've never seen anything like that.
The food was wonderful. There was something really lovely about getting to know the people who are making the food. It felt very collegial. It feels like a community.
It's just very warm and friendly, and people really want to take good care of you in terms of the people who work here. And then I also was able to bond with people who are very different. We had a hilarious game of dice, which I had never played before, where people like really came forward with their personalities in a very funny way. So that was great.
I got here at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning as other people were leaving, and they were very upset to be leaving for good reason, but really, really happy for me that I was arriving. And so they were other clients. And everything's just so professional and taken care of. You walk in here and the design elements and the thoughtfulness of every single detail is something I've never experienced before. And it just goes to, I think, the soul of what Serve Simply is. And everybody that works here is cut from the same cloth. They have an amazing culture and all that, but it's beyond that. It's so sincere. Every single person you see, whether it's at 5:30 in the morning getting up for an early surf or like last thing at night, everybody welcomes you immediately. You're part of the family immediately, and they just want the best for you. And I don't know if I've never been part of something like that. It's so sincere. And I like it so much. A spot opened up in 2 weeks. I'm back again. It's literally a dream come true to come here.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. It's so good.